Yeah.
Most people don't realize that, these foods are addictive for a reason. It's not an accident why you choose the red package over the blue package. It's not why, when you go down the cookie aisle, all the containers are yellow, are red, are blue. Why is it a red package for Chips Ahoy? The cookies are fucking brown, bro. Why are the vanilla wafers in a yellow container? It's brown. They're all the same fucking color. Why are
Yes,
the
sir.
packages all different? So speak on that, because nothing in the supermarket, none of that product, everything from the size of the package, from the shape of the cookie to the taste to the color, everything, nothing is an accident. Not one thing.
Yeah, 100%. I think one of the things that people don't realize, like, so I have a lot of experience in marketing. It's what I did for a living for almost a decade. And I still do it, just not in my own business anymore. But essentially, what we are trying to do is know your behavior and your actions before you take them. So a lot of times, like, for example, like, you have to realize that they're like, it's almost like layered marketing schemes, right? So the first marketing scheme is packaging some fast, quick fix workout program that's called fill in the blank. There's 1,000 of them, right? Then they start watching the data, right? Because they pay attention to data. What type of person is doing the keto diet or doing the fill in the blank workout or this exercise or buying this product, whatever. You post a lot of funny videos about, like, just the random fitness equipment people buy, whatever. They start classifying them. It's called buyer personas. It's called customer avatars. You understand their thought patterns, what they buy, what they're influenced by, how they take action, where they're spending their money. And then you start understanding their circles and who they're connected to or whatever. And then the second layer on top of that is now they're like, okay, what products fit that person's behavior? What do they react to? How is that similar? What are compound products that they would buy off of that? What are related to? Because at the end of the day, what they're looking for is the lifetime value of what you can give to them. You literally don't matter to them at all. And I can speak to this as a marketer. It's all about how much money I can, because if I can attach you to a customer avatar or a buyer persona and a lifetime value, and that simply means how much you will buy from me over time, what a customer is worth to me, then I understand how much money I can spend on my product, my development, my research, whatever, to acquire you. So if I know that over the span of your lifetime with my brand, you'll spend $340, what am I willing to spend to acquire you? I'll spend $100. That's like giving $1 in a vending machine and it gives you back $3. I will spend $2. Shoot, it just really just depends what your profit margins are. So I think people don't realize that it's literally not a mistake. It's engineered based off of your behavior, your psychology, and the patterns you take in your life. And they exploit that at scale. And then what's crazy about it, and then the third layer or the third scheme is then the media coverage on top of it, the brand placement. Only have they essentially created products that respond to your behavior, but now on that third layer, they're now reshaping your behavior by making it seem that, like, it's cool that you always see Coke or Sprite or whatever in the movie, or that, this actor who's all the way in shape is eating, their favorite, like, whatever splurge meal, or that, like, and it's like, so it's this cyclical version of, like, okay, we're going to classify a person, then create products based off of that behavior, then reshape the behavior. Then as the further you go through that cycle, each time you get further and further removed from reality of what you should be naturally doing, that primal instinct of, like, eating healthy and hunting and gathering and, like, providing and essentially consuming what is available on the earth and not manufactured and processed.
Yeah, and especially, and there's a lot of that psychology that fascinates me, because that's one of the ways that we need to fight this addiction and, like, this this tendency to just, okay, I see that because it's in the supermarket, because that supermarket has generated trust, because this is where you go and buy food, and that everything is just valid and valuable. And of course, they spend all that money, long-term value, getting that return, marketing, all that. And then the colorings that they choose, it's very often that they mimic fruit. They mimic ripe fruit. Again, why are these brown products yellow packages? Why is Chips Ahoy in red? What does ripe fruit look like? It looks like mangoes. Mangoes are yellow and red when they're ripe. You don't see a lot of green. You look down that aisle, you will not see green. You will not see green. you'll not see green in that. I mean, maybe a little bit, but if you kind of blur your eyes, all you see is red and yellow and bright, vibrant kind of tropical colors, because that's that association with sugar. That's that association with that kind of like that kickback. And those are those evolutionary triggers. And I listen to a lot of podcasts and read books about evolutionary biology, which again, we're not going to get into the weeds on that, but blows my mind how people ignore.
You know where they do use green? In the cracker aisle. Because it's replacing your greens and the stuff you should be eating with carbohydrates and bullcrap.
What's green? Isn't it like Triscuits or no? Like was it I know
club crackers.
I think that's the one I can picture
chips,
it. Right.
And
So right, whatever those reasons are. So again, like the cookies, you'll see all these colors, but it's not the color of the product. It has nothing to do with it. Is I guess the takeaway here is that you're going to have red. Well, it's not red. It doesn't look like it. And it's a mind fuck when you're paying attention to it. It pisses me off. And you can notice this and you have kids too. Mm-hmm. What about the checkout aisle? Why do the Snickers bars go all the way down to the bottom? Why do the Snickers bars go all the way down to the floor? Why do you have all of a sudden you look down? Oh, there's candy next to my toe. You're a lot taller than that. They could just make it higher. No, who's going to grab it and pick it up and go, mommy, daddy, daddy, daddy? And I look at that and I think, what are they trying to get kids to buy? And I look at the bottom and it's always fucking things that kids would want. It's always like little ring pops at the bottom. It's always whatever they would buy. Notice how all the gum is at the top. Or usually like in my supermarket, the gum is at the very, very top. It's like kids aren't gonna be like, I want the gum. They're going to pick up whatever they can fucking grab. And there's a reason why it goes all the way down to their toes. It's fucked up. It's pretty sick.
You know, it's really crazy too, and this shows you how intertwined the scheme and the agenda is overall. I forget if it was an economics class, some type of business economics class or whatever, but they had this, some people might know what this is. They had this store simulation where you created a store and you had to place products and all that kind of stuff or whatever to make profit margins and place them in certain, and it was literally teaching you how to place products for like human behavior and place it here, like whatever, and whoever had the most valuable store sold the most product or whatever. And it was literally a simulation where as you got more money, you could buy and literally the shit that was cheaper and made you more money, but was less healthy for the people. And it was essentially like Sims or whatever, but it was for like grocery stores. And so it's crazy, like even in the schools, them teaching you that psychology that like if you want to make some money, this is how you do it, like whatever. So I just think it's so interesting that they're not trying to hide it. They're just doing it because people are so they have blinders on at the end of the day.
Thanks for watching, fam. Make sure to subscribe to the Daily Swole podcast on YouTube so you can catch the live streams every single day.